This in order to make them more racially proportional to the state's population. Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Brett Kavanaugh say the state legislature weakened black voting power across several majority white districts. Now Alabama must put together a map that creates a second congressional district with a substantially black population in time for next year's elections.
Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now. Let's talk a little bit about redistricting. And all of a sudden, our friends in the media do not love redistricting as much as they used to. Why? Well, because the Republicans have figured out a way to benefit from it. And there are some cases before the Supreme Court that could benefit Republicans when it comes to redistricting even further. Now, again, they've loved forced redistricting in the past. Look at Alabama Congressman Shomari Figures. He benefited greatly from redistricting in the 2nd Congressional District. If a lot of these things that are being talked about go through, he's probably going to be out of a seat. Now they're very upset about this and very worried about it.
Tonight in Texas, a power move that could reshape politics nationwide. State Republicans answering President Trump's call for rare mid-decade redistricting, redrawing the map to make congressional districts more red.
This map was politically based, and that's totally legal, totally allowed, and totally fair.
This gerrymandered map is designed to create 5 more Republican seats in the House, which could expand the GOP's thin control of Congress.
This is not normal. This is not democracy.
Texas Democrats call it a presidential power grab.
You've got these Texas Republicans that are just rolling over and giving Trump what he wants because he's asked for it. It's an affront to every citizen, not only in Texas, but the nation.
California Governor Gavin Newsom says he's considering asking for a special election this year to change his state's redistricting process.
It's a big deal. I don't think it gets much bigger, but I'm not going to sit back any longer in a position, the fetal position, in a position of weakness, when in fact California could demonstrably advance strength.
Illinois and New York also say they're exploring ways to counter Texas's move.
You can sense the worry in their voice. They know that the jig is up, and it's unfortunate for them, but fortunate for everyone else. The New York Times wrote an article recently where they reference how Democrats are out of tools to deal with this gerrymandering, redistricting issue because they've already done it. Maryland, Illinois, and other states have been gerrymandered to the point where there's really nothing more they could gain by playing the game the way they've been playing it up until now, because they've already done it. Now Republicans have figured out a way to do it as well, and all of a sudden we're very worried about this. They want to be able to racially gerrymander. Again, go back to the conversation about Shomari Figures in Alabama. Jasmine Crockett has some thoughts on this, and yeah, they're about as dumb as you would think they are.
Thinking about it in that way, a reflective map would look like the fact that only 39% of this state is Anglo. So how in the heck do we have 60% of the seats that go to DC are going to be decided by Anglos? That's the math that doesn't work. We need to flip the numbers.
I know that this legislature did ask us as members of Congress to confirm our addresses. I don't know how many of us actually still reside in the districts that we represent. I do not currently reside in my district based upon the plan that has been drawn, which is another red flag, in addition to courts consistently looking at how many people have been moved.
The best thing that could happen for this country is her to be drawn out of her seat. I mean, that's just reality. But here's the game as we see it now. This is going to get very heated. There are going to be court cases, and the American media is going to tell you once again that this is racism, and that this is Jim Crow, and that this is Nazis, and this is all sorts of crazy nonsense. Do what you normally do when they start playing that game. Tune them out.